Hi, I'm Suzi Ruffell. Welcome to the Sarah O'Connell Show.
It's very good.
Thank you. Cheers. I can. If you tell me to repeat something, I'm pretty good at it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is the best show I've ever been at.
Brilliant.
Welcome to the Sarah O'Connell Show.
Suzi Ruffell, welcome to the Sarah O'Connell Show. How are you today?
I'm very well. I'm here in Aldershot in the West End Centre. About to go on stage. Pretty good.
It's very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, I'm very. I'm on day. Tour show 5 now. It started last week, and we're really into the swing of things now, and it's been really, really fun. I'm really enjoying it. And tonight's one sort of sold out way in advance, and so it's nice to be sort of excited for it.
Yeah, I'm just going to be watching through the window, but I'm looking or through a vent or something.
We managed to get you a ticket.
It's very true. Now, so you started off pursuing a career in acting before you went into comedy, I believe.
Yes, that's right. A very long time ago now, about 13 or 14 years ago, I graduated from drama school, and I did a bit of acting, but it wasn't. It didn't really go anywhere. I was just doing bits and pieces in things, not loads, and then I had to go at stand-up, and I never looked back, really. It just became my life very quickly.
And how long were you working on material to start with before you thought this is ready to try it in an open mic gig?
Oh, I think I was probably way too keen. I think I probably wrote it and then went to the gig the next week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it's really hard when you start stand-up now, because I think there's so many people that are trying to get into comedy that you have to wait weeks to get on an open mic night, whereas when I started, you just showed up and you got on. And so, yeah, I think I got on pretty quickly and went to the Lion's Den, where you got like 4 minutes or something silly. Yeah, so then that was about 11 years ago now, so quite a long time ago.
Fantastic. Now, you also in the early days did tour support for many people. Now, if you could have anyone in the world be your tour support, who would it be?
Oh, I mean, I've got so many brilliant people that do my tour support. I've got Jess Fostekew tonight, who was nominated for the main prize in Edinburgh, whose show was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And so I think that I'm already absolutely winning with, I've got her, I've got Rosie Jones, I've got Olga Koch, I've got Jenny Bede, Rose Johnson's doing some later this year. But yeah, I do, and I still do a bit of support. I still do a little bit of support for Josh Widdicombe. He's a really good mate, and it's really fun to be on the road with him. So we're going over to Belfast in a couple of weeks to do Belfast and Dublin. So I still enjoy doing support. You know, now with the boys, it's in much bigger rooms. It being like a 2,000 seater or something, which is just amazing.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really fun, and it's a great way for me to build my audience. You know, because if they like me for 20 minutes seeing Josh, then they might come along to my own tour, which is great.
Exactly. When did you first think, I've made it? You've been on Live at the Pillow and things like that. When did you think, this is my career, this is going well?
Oh, I mean, I still worry. Some mornings get up and go, oh God, is it going well enough? But I think there's lots of, rather than there being like one moment where you're like, oh, this is it, I think you have like lots of little moments along the way, like when I became a full-time comic just in the clubs, then when I had a really good Edinburgh and I got to take that show on the road with Tom Allen, we did a double-header tour, and then when I've done 3, this is my 3rd tour, this one's much, much bigger than any of the ones I've done before. I mean, doing Apollo was probably like the highlight of last year for me. The gig was so fun, the audience was so warm and up for it and ready. I was on with Kerry Godliman, who's one of my really good friends, who I just rate so highly as a stand-up. She's brilliant, and she was hosting. She set up the room perfectly, and then I just got to go and have a lot of fun with an audience that were well up for some stand-up. So yeah, I think rather than there being a moment where you go, great, I think there's lots of little moments along the way that encourage you to keep going. But as I say, still now there's moments where I think, oh God, should I be doing more, or should I be doing this, or it could all go away tomorrow, and I'll still keep a hand in playing the clubs, because I don't want to, I don't know whether I'll go back to the clubs, but it's I feel very lucky all the time.
Absolutely. Now, I loved your 30-minute BBC special, which is still available on the BBC iPlayer.
It is iPlayer, yeah.
My question for you is this. You mentioned when you were a teenager you were in the reptile club, and there were the kids that didn't have reptiles would go, and adults that had reptiles would bring their reptiles. Yes. Now you are on the other side of that, just about. Yes. Do you have a reptile, and are you still a member of the reptile club?
No, I'm not a member of the reptile club, and I don't. I know it's disappointing, isn't it? And I don't have a reptile either. I would quite like a reptile. Reptile club was a lot of fun for me. But I think if I got a reptile now, my cat would try and sort of bite it or something. I think she'd find it creepy. Yeah. I think she'd find it very weird. Maybe I should get one. I mean, now I'm going to go home and maybe buy an iguana.
Yeah, start building cat-reptile relations.
Look, it's the sitcom that everyone's waiting for. Yeah. You know, okay. I'll look into it.
Please do.
I will. I promise.
Now, you were recently on Comedy Central's Comedy Bus, and you returned to your hometown of Portsmouth. Did several things there. You got a tattoo. Have you still got the tattoo? You have.
The tattoos, isn't it? You can't get rid of them. Is it this arm? I think. Yeah, it's this arm. I mean, the things that I'll do for a laugh. Having an anchor tattooed onto my arm.
It's real.
It's real, just for a laugh, and it really hurt because they do. But yeah, Comedy Bus was really fun. I mean, it was such a privilege to work with such great comics as well. Kerry Pritchard McLean, Tom Allen, Ian Sterling, Joel Dommett, Darren Harriott, such lovely, lovely people and such funny people. I mean, it was January, it was the first 6 weeks of the year that I got to hang out with these absolute bloody legends, travelling to our hometowns, having really good fun. That job was a real privilege. It was really great.
And were you literally travelling the entire time, or was it like you'd go to one place and then I'll see you next week?
No, it was, I think we did like 2 and then had a few days off, then did 3, then had a few days off, and then did the other 2. We weren't on the road the whole time, but it was pretty full on. Yeah. There were a couple of 2 days here, 2 days there that we had off, but generally it was, yeah, pretty busy.
Yeah, it was a great idea too, and you get to learn more about comedians that you love.
Yeah,
and
absolutely, it was a really good idea, and it was really fun to be part of it. I loved it.
You've also been on Roast Battle to
my friends for money.
Now, I know at the time you kind of sort of agreed to you were going to insult each other and stuff, and you're like, say anything you want. But afterwards, is there ever anything that does sort of linger? It's like,
no, not really. I was lucky. So I've done Roast Battle twice. I did it with Tom Allen. I did it with Ed Gamble, and then I did it with Desiree Birch as well. Okay. And luckily, I got on with all of them well enough that I knew they couldn't upset me. And the thing is, afterwards, you have a big hug, and you know you're still mates. And they were so funny that you have to just laugh. And I think if you're willing to take the money for a show like that, and you're willing to be part of it, and you're saying really nasty things too, you have to be able to shrug it off. I've heard of some people being a bit upset afterwards, but luckily I think I was lucky that I did it with mates. Yeah, I think it'd be trickier if you did it with someone that you didn't really know.
And I think too, if you know them, you can actually say stuff because you know them, otherwise it's just Googled things.
Yeah, exactly.
If you could roast anybody though, who would it be? Would you want it to be a friend, or is there like someone?
I mean, who would I roast? I mean, the easy target would be someone like Louis C.K. now. Oh, yeah. But I don't think there's anyone that I don't know if there's anyone that's. Tom would have been my choice because he's probably one of my best friends in comedy, and so we can be really nasty to each other and not worry and know that we're still friends.
That's fantastic.
That's lucky, yeah.
Now you were also you've been on a lot of things. You were on Ultimate Warrior with John Richardson, during which you revealed that you were supposed to be listed on Sky Planet as an accidental racist, but they listed you as a racist. Did you manage to change that? How would you contact Sky Planet to delist yourself as a racist?
My agent did something and got in touch with the production company, but they were meant to call me the accidental racist Suzi Ruffell. Whoever was typing out called me the racist Suzi Ruffell, and I mean it was very annoying and embarrassing at the time. However, it ended up being a great bit in one of my shows, so I could use it to my advantage. But it was no good.
It's not ideal, is it?
No, I was really concerned.
Look, I'm listed on the telly. That's exciting.
Oh no, mum. Yeah, no.
What are the things they could have said?
Literally the worst thing. The worst thing you could say about someone. But it was. I think it was up there for about a day, and then it was changed. And it was fine. But yeah, it's still pretty bad.
Little bit. Now, another thing you mentioned on the show was one of your worries, Clive the haunted puppet from Sri Lanka. Well, my question is this though. So to alleviate your worries, John Richardson gave you a painting which was supposed to de-stress you from the haunted puppet. Yes. Do you actually have that very large painting in your flat?
I did for quite a long time.
Did you really?
Yeah. The production company were like, I was like, can I take this home with me? They're like, do you want it? I was like, yeah. So took it home, it went on my wall. It's a picture of John Richardson, a massive picture of John Richardson. It was on my wall for maybe a year, and then when we moved, my girlfriend said, you need to get rid of that, and I said, that's fair enough, I will. So we got rid of it, and then I think it would have been very strange for anyone looking past the bins in East London that there was just a massive picture of John Richardson in the bin. Bit harsh, really, for John. He's a lovely bloke.
Hopefully it'll get re-gifted somewhere, like someone probably had that.
Yeah, someone's had it and it's in someone's house now for sure.
I like to think so, curing them of haunted puppets.
Exactly, that's the hope.
Oh yeah. Now, I love your podcast with Tom Allen, Like-Minded Friends. I really enjoy putting it on, when I'm doing stuff, listening to it. I love the episode where you went to New York for Pride. Lots of fun. So how long have you been doing that? Tell people about it if they haven't had the chance to listen.
Yeah, so we've got a podcast. It's called Like-Minded Friends. It's me and Tom Allen, and it's basically two friends chatting. We haven't done one for a while because we've both been away filming or away on tour, but we are going to do one very soon. But there's like about 160 episodes to keep yourself busy with. So if you haven't listened to it, have a listen. We really like it, and I think a lot of people seem to.
You've got great chemistry together. It's just fun to listen to.
Yeah, we hope so, yeah. It's just meant to be sort of a joyful half an hour. And I think when things are so bleak so much of the time, it's nice to just have something silly to listen to.
Absolutely. Now, you won the Best Club Comic, the Chortle Awards, and recently your cat seems to have broken that.
Yeah, my cat has absolutely no care for my career or for me getting awards. It was like this nice little glass award that was on one of my shelves, and the cat just went and pushed it off and smashed it, so she doesn't care.
Nice unnecessary.
Really out of order, actually, really out of order.
Do you think if there was a lizard in the equation, it wouldn't have happened?
That's the thing, maybe I need a lizard to help it. Maybe that's what I need. Right, well, we found thank you for bringing me the answer.
Yeah, I think so. It's worth a try.
Absolutely.
Yeah. At least if it changes colour or something, like it will blend in with the dark.
That's true, and the cat I think the cat would find that very creepy. Yeah. But that's not a bad thing. She could do with being scared sometimes. She's a bit of a bitch.
Seems like there's been a bit of an award rampage. It's a nightmare.
Exactly, yeah.
Need to get it sorted before the BAFTA and the Oscar and the Emmy.
Do you know what I mean? Absolutely, finally.
It's my fear.
I hope you're right.
I've got several really well-trained goldfish just in case.
That's a good thing to... Yeah, maybe I should do that. That's a good idea. Exactly. Okay.
Now, you were recently on Sarah Pascoe's Comedians Giving Lectures. And your lecture is the world getting better or worse? A look at numbers.
Yes.
Now, if you were to do any lecture of your choice, a TED Talk or something, what would you like to talk about?
Oh, I don't know. TED Talk, my choice. I mean, probably linked to my cat.
Yeah.
Maybe something about whether... Does my cat really hate me? Mm-hmm. Something like that. But I don't know how much TED Talk would be interested in that. But I loved doing Comedians Giving Lectures. It was really fun. I love Sarah Pascoe. She's brilliant. And the show's so great. It's so her. And it was really fun. Although the scary thing is that you write a lecture for it, and you don't get to try it before you do it because it doesn't make sense outside of the TV show. So the first time you do it is being recorded for telly. So you're doing new material on TV, which is quite scary, but it was a joy to do. And everyone that worked on it, and Sarah and the whole team, were just brilliant. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed your lecture, and it kind of made me want to see the real lectures and then watch the others, but then I thought they probably wouldn't televise that.
No, they are all on YouTube, I think. The other lectures, yeah, because they're all taken from real lectures, that's the thing. Yeah. But David O'Doherty beat me.
It's outrageous.
Absolutely outrageous.
I know, in my house he won.
Thank you, finally.
They give everyone like 80 to 83 points, and that's just what everybody gets. Like someone should get a 90, I think.
I think so. I think it should have been me, but apparently not.
It's outrageous. Now, you are an LGBT advocate, as most people, all people should be. The 20th of November is Trans Day of Remembrance, where we think about everyone that's been murdered in the last year and the violence that people still face. Why should people be an advocate in 2019 and beyond in the world? What would you like to tell everyone?
Well, I just think that you should, obviously treat everyone how you would like to be treated. I think that certainly at the moment there's a lot of rhetoric going about keeping the T with the LG and the B, and to me it's really, really important that we include absolutely everybody within that. Anyone that falls under, there's a lot of letters that are added now. There's I and P and others A that I'll forget, so please forgive me. But I think it's more important than ever before that we sort of stand together and united against any kind of hatred and people that are trying to sort of drag down anyone, and not just LGBT, whether it's, any part of people's differences. It's really important that the good guys stick together, and so be one of the good guys, please.
It's very good advice. Now, tell us a fun fact about you, something we may not know. Piece of trivia, party trick, anything.
Okay, I can do the Diabolo, but I don't have it with me, so I can't prove it. I've recently started doing watercolours for my stress, and it's helping. It seems to be helping. I'm really shit at it, like really bad at it, but I really enjoy it. So
that's good.
That's
watercolours. You can just keep going on top of them forever, can't you?
Yeah. So I can just eventually it'll be a beautiful smudge of something in the distance. That. Other than that, I don't know if I've got any other party tricks. I mean, it's not really a party trick, is it? The Diabolo is. I can tap dance as well, but that's less of a party trick and more of my teenage years of me going to class every week.
Absolutely. It's good to have though, and for grand finale.
Exactly, when it's going to come out, who knows?
Now, speaking of which, your new show is called Dance Like Everyone's Watching.
It is.
What inspired the title, except for you having obviously a massive history of dance, and what is the show about? What can people expect?
Well, you will see this bit when you see the show in a minute. But my mum misread the sign that said "Dance Like Nobody's Watching." Yeah. And she said, "Look, it says dance like everyone's watching." And I thought it was the funniest thing that had ever happened. And I thought, well, that little routine will go into the show. And then, as I'm sure you know from interviewing lots of other comics in the past, we have to name our shows in February, and then the show goes to Edinburgh in August. So you want something that's sort of vague, in case anything massive happens in your life that you want to put in, but is still, funny and catchy and silly. And the show this year is about happiness. It's about the fact that I'm happier than I've ever been before, and it's sort of storytelling. It's about my relationship with my mum. It's about falling in love. It's about Tom and I going to New York Pride. It's about Alice and I deciding that we're hoping to start a family next year, and the beginning of the show is, or the jump-off point for the show, I guess, for writing it, was can comedians be funny when they're happy? Because there's a real trope, isn't there, for a miserable comic? And I have decided yes, and this show's probably been my most well reviewed, and audiences seem to love it in Edinburgh. So it seems that you can be funny and be happy, which I'm relieved about, because otherwise there's a miserable looking life ahead of me.
Exactly. You'd have to, if you're doing really well, just keep stubbing your toe on purpose.
Exactly. Yeah. Keep throwing myself off things. Yeah. Absolutely.
Exactly. Now, you're going to be a contestant on Dave Gorman's Terms and Conditions Apply. Have you filmed that already?
I have, yeah. It was really fun. It was really fun. It was me, Russell Hound, and Rupert Hound. Oh God, I got that wrong. It's Rupert Hound, isn't it? Yeah. That's his name, yeah. Rupert Hound and Catherine Ryan. It was really fun. It was a really nice thing to do. Dave is so funny and he's such a nice bloke. And yeah, it was great. Really, really good. And that's out in autumn, I think.
21st of October.
Thank you. Brilliant.
10 p.m. on Dave.
Good job, your hair. Brilliant.
Although you should be talking to yourself as well.
Well, that is true. That'd be a real concern. Yeah. I mean, I do that a lot, but I don't need to do it with the camera on.
Now, you are also apparently developing a sitcom. What can you tell me about that?
Yes, I am. I'm developing a sitcom with my friend Jenny Bede, who does some of my support and is also a fabulous comic in her own right. We're developing a sitcom. It's currently with a production company. It's about two best friends raising a baby. I really hope it happens. A TV channel needs to buy it, please. But we're developing it. People seem to like it, but we're at the moment waiting for powers that be to say yes or no.
Hopefully they're all watching this, and not only one channel, but I hope it's picked up around the world.
Yeah, and everyone loves it, wins all the awards. That's the dream.
It's very exciting.
Well, yeah, it is exciting, and if it happens, it'll be even more exciting.
Wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Now, you're on tons of stuff, which is amazing.
At the moment, yeah.
And you're also going to be on Alan Carr's Something About Movies. What are your favourite movies?
Favourite movies? I really like Titanic. Don't at me, I think it's a great film.
It's a good film.
It's a good film. Rosemary's Baby, very creepy, but I like it. Goodfellas, great movie.
Great pizza.
Yeah. I saw Hustlers this week.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Great. Saw that and Judy in a row.
Did you?
Yes.
I want to go and see Judy this week.
2 musicals.
Very good, yeah. It's so great. I loved Hustlers. I thought it was wicked. Yeah. I like like Pixar and stuff as well. But basically, I'll watch anything if it's good.
Oh yeah. It's the only way to find out if it is good is to watch it.
Exactly. But it was really fun to do There's Something About Movies. I was on with Sean Bean and Michael Sheen's on it every week, and Jennifer Saunders and Tom Allen and Josh Widdicombe was on my episode as well. And it was just it was a hoot. It was really, really fun. I really enjoyed it.
I look forward to watching it. Have you got anything else coming out this year and beyond?
I'm going to be on Harry Hill's new TV show, Harry Hill's Club Night, and I'm on the new series of House of Games and Don't Hate the Player on ITV2. And
You're rapping with So Solid crew?
I'm rapping with the So Solid crew, yeah, that's true. Well, I rap and they sort of join in. I mean, yeah, I did the rap from TLC's No Scrubs and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, so there's lots of bits and pieces coming up, but and the tour continues. It's going all over the country. I've got 20 dates before Christmas, 20 dates after Christmas. I'm going all over the country, and the tour shows so far have been so much fun, so hopefully that will continue.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing it. Now, finally, have you got any messages for your fans around the world and people watching Sarah O'Connor?
Oh, well, hello. Thanks for watching the show. Watch some of Sarah's other videos, please. And yeah, just come and see me on tour. Have a nice day. Be nice to your friends, pet dogs. Yeah, maybe if you've not seen me before, as Sarah mentioned before, I've got a special that's on the iPlayer. That's a half-an-hour stand-up special. I've also got a special that's on Radio 4, if you go on the iPlayer radio bit, where you can listen to me talking, and maybe if you like that, you can come along to the tour. So far, it's been super fun, and it is an hour of really inclusive, really fun, warm, welcoming comedy, and yeah, the audience have been great.
Well, Suzi Ruffell, thank you for coming on my show. It's been a delight talking to you.
An absolute pleasure, thank you. And I better... I mean, 10 minutes, I need to...
Yeah, me too. I sit down and watch it. Thank you for everybody watching at home. Be sure to share, subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, leave lots of lovely comments, and I'll see you all again soon for another episode of The Sarah O'Connell Show. Bye.